even get like all of it. I'm just scratching the surface of Gilmore Girls with this presentation, by the way. She was just about the PowerPoint. Of course I was serious. What do you think? Also, fun bonus, here's me posting on Twitter like, you guys are not ready for my Gilmore Girls PowerPoint, and the official PowerPoint account is like, honestly, here for it, and I tell them, oh, never, actually, I used Google Slides, sorry. I think PowerPoint blocked me after that, but that's okay. I'm sorry, but Google Slides is free. Anyway, so here's a really scary picture of the Gilmore Girls. Like, why are the eyes so blue? Why do they look at you like that? This is the scariest photo I've ever seen of two really beautiful women. Gilmore Girls is so great because it has messy AF relationships and they are fun to watch. It has peak comedy, like it's genuinely really funny. It has valuable life lessons like don't get engaged 5 times. And it was ahead of its time, alright guys? It was so ahead of its time. Peak. So some of the main themes and messages in Gilmore Girls is that it makes fun of the ultra-rich people, which is great, but it also tries to show you that the ultra-rich people have feelings too. So there's Lorelai Gilmore. She's like one of the 2 main characters. And she has a daughter who's also called Lorelai Gilmore. But they call her Rory for short. Why would her mama do that? Wait for it. So Lorelai's, the mom's parents, are Emily Gilmore and Richard Gilmore. But Richard has a mother and her name is Lorelai Gilmore. There's 3 Lorelai Gilmores in this TV show. Why wasn't she called the Fern? Because they're rich, but they're not that rich. But if you think this is messy, wait until you find out what these people fucking think of each other. Because, like, it's crazy in there. So, the oldest Lorelai Gilmore hates Emily because she thinks she's not good enough for her son. And her son are like obsessed with each other. He's like, oh mom, you're amazing. You're never gonna die. She dies. Emily and Lorelai, they have a toxic AF relationship. Like, it's like probably the most toxic mother-daughter relationship I have ever seen in my fucking life. These women are not okay. And I want to say they need to go to therapy. But there is an entire episode where they do go to therapy together for months. And it solves nothing, and they only end up more mad at each other. But Emily and Richard are like actually, surprisingly enough, they're like the most stable and normal couple in this entire TV show. Like, they're in love almost the whole time. And by that I mean they do get divorced at some point. But they get back together. Lorelai and Lorelai, also known as Rory, they have a great mother-daughter relationship. They're like obsessed with each other, okay? You know, these ladies, they kind of need to calm down, honestly. Emily is kind of like the plotter. She's insane. Like, she's not normal. This woman is... She needs to go. Like, I don't know what is wrong with her, but she's always plotting. She's always scheming. She's always gaslighting. She's always gatekeeping. She's always girl bossing. Not to mention that she's always doing some, like, really meaningless rich people tasks because she doesn't, like, work or anything. She's just like a wife. Girl got too much free time. No, that's literally like her whole thing. Like, her entire character thing is that she has way too much free time and she doesn't know what to do with it, so she's just constantly scheming. This woman has no chill. They live like 2 feral teenagers. I really mean it. Like, they do not have their lives together, okay? They do not cook. They do not clean. Like, they do laundry once they finally run out of clothes. Like, I think there's a dialogue at some point where she's literally like, yeah, I have no more underwear. We need to do laundry. I'm literally not wearing any underwear right now. We need to do laundry. And I'm like, how do you get to that point in your life? And all of the men in their lives just have to accept that they come together as a pack, you know? Like, if you're dating one of them, the other one will be there, and she will know all the details. She will know the exact hour that you kissed her, and if there was tongue or not, okay? It's kind of scary, honestly. I would not want to date one of these women. I would be way too intimidated by their relationship. Lorelai will literally breathe, and Emily's like, you offend me by doing that. And then she's like, why doesn't my daughter love me? Oh yeah, also there's Paul Anka. Okay, apparently he's a famous singer. I did not know who he is until, like, I watched the show. No idea who this guy was. So I only learned about him because of Gilmore Girls, and he's a dog in it. Like, and sometimes Lorelai sees him in his dreams where he's a human, but she takes him for walks like he's a dog. And it's really weird. You lost me halfway through the PowerPoint. Oh, honey, we're not even halfway through. I haven't even gotten to the boyfriends yet. So first there was Max Medina, and he was literally Rory's English teacher, which is kind of awkward. Imagine your mom dumps your English teacher. Your ass is not passing English. So then there was Alex, and she dates him for like 0.6 seconds. I don't even remember much about him. And then there's Jason. He was alright, they got along well, but then he tries to sue her dad, so she breaks up with him. Also, Luke and Christopher have this really pathetic fight. Hands down the funniest scene in the whole show. So you thought that Lorelai's the mom's dating life was messy? Well, get ready for Rory! Somehow it is worse, you guys. First there's Dean, the supernatural guy. Not the Dean from Supernatural, the Sam from Supernatural. And he's very nice, you know, he's like a very nice first boyfriend. Very sweet, very caring, you know, he's like really cute and fluffy and wholesome. And you're like, oh, look at them. They're such a sweet couple. But like, boom! Actually, he's insecure as fuck. And him and Rory, they break up like 3 times over the course of the show. Is anybody surprised at this point? He also gets married to another girl later on when he's like an adult. And then he cheats on her with Rory. And then he leaves his wife for Rory. And then they like break up with Rory. Like he breaks up with her. It's like now you got no wife and no mistress. So like what are you doing? What are you doing, bruh? You got no hoes left. Do you think Rory would be a foodie or you're gonna find, oh yeah, she thrives on that dysfunction? Is my life Gilmore Girls? Okay. Okay, this fucking guy, you guys. This fucking guy. I don't understand the appeal. Well, I'm a rich trust fund kid and I'm not ashamed of it, Rory. Actually, something that he has said at some point in the TV show. You say that because of the title? I'm saying it because of his personality. But the worst thing he does is he literally cheats on her with every bridesmaid of his sisters at her wedding. And then he gaslights Rory about it. He's like, oh, I didn't know we were still dating. She's just like so fucking fascinated with him. I don't know why. But he is actually her like long-term partner. He's not even like her final love interest. Because they never fully get together. In fact, he proposes to her and she says no. And I was like, oh, okay, so she is smart after all. But then, when she's in her 30s, she's still with him, but she's his mistress. So he's engaged. Or married, I don't remember. But she like sees him secretly, like she sleeps with him sometimes. And I'm like, Rory, what are you doing? You literally told this man you don't want to marry him. This is the second time she's the other woman too. Can we talk about that? I don't understand. Where did it all go so wrong? She was a good girl with a good upbringing and a good education. How did it all slip away? And then there's Paul. Paul is literally just a joke boyfriend. And he exists just so that they can forget about him. Like Rory keeps meaning to break up with him, but she doesn't remember. Like she doesn't remember she's dating him. And I had to look up what his name was because I forgot. By the way, it's like a keeper. I mean, honestly, he's so like low maintenance, you know. He's there when you want him to be, and then, you know, out of sight, out of mind. Low-key a great guy, not gonna lie. I love a guy who's literally just furniture. Okay, I will now spoil the ending of Gilmore Girls, so if you really care about that, do not watch, okay? This is like a time skip in the extra episode, so it's like 10 years later after the main show ends. So Lorelai finally marries Luke, and this is right after her wedding, and Rory is like 30, right? And she's been seeing Logan as like his mistress, but I think she like just kind of broke off with him. Like she basically was like, oh, I don't want to like kind of do this anymore, I'm pretty sure. And so they're sitting here at this gazebo and they're talking, and Lorelai is happy and married, and Rory looks at her and she goes, Mom, I'm pregnant. and credits start to roll. And it just ends there. The cycle continues. The single mother cycle continues. Do you think if it's a girl, they're gonna name her Lorelai? That would be so fucking funny. That is all I have to say about Gilmore Girls for now. Now next week, I'm gonna give you another 1 hour long presentation on the side characters. I reserved the conference room for next week. Great. Glad to hear that.